What up, mathletes? Whoop, whoop. All right, let's do this. This is our Math 1 Module 2 review test. Whoa. Don't forget, from this is what I'm picking my test stuff off of, so keep that in mind. This is the exact type of information you know. Again, there'll be different versions of the problems, but same type. So let's get into this. Right away, solve for u. Boom, let's do it. I want to get u by itself, so I'm going to add 2 to both sides. Negative 2 plus 9 is negative 7. U equals negative 7. Now, I've assumed, by the way, that you have gone through this entire thing and you're just looking for help, fast-forwarding to problems you need, or just watching it because you love the dulcet sounds of my voices and this awesome visage. So I'm just going to bust through this, pause as needed. That's what you got, the power of pause right there. All right, let's go. All right, solve for y. 4y equals negative 16. All right. Divide both sides by 4. Negative divided by a positive is negative, so I get y equals negative 4. Solve for y. Dude, same thing here, guys. If I want to solve for y, I got to get rid of a positive x. To move that, I do subtract x. And I get 5 minus x equals y. Or I could say y equals 5 minus x. Boom. Solve for a. Same deal. Fraction bar means what? Oh, you can't see this. I'm so sorry. I just realized you couldn't even see number 3. Look at that right there. All I did right here, guys, subtracted x from both sides. 5 minus x equals y, and I just flipped sides. Okay, sorry about that. Boom. Solve for a. I'm going to multiply both sides. Remember, the fraction bar means divided by. Okay? So to undo division, we do multiplication. So I'm going to multiply by 4. And it's over 1, right? Help with spacing. This side times 4, and I get 4w equals a, or another way of saying that is a equals 4w. Make sure you use caps where caps are needed. Case matters. Okay, number 5. For each value of y, determine whether it is a solution to negative 7 equals 8 minus 5y. Can I tell you the real trick to this, guys? Just solve it for y. You can always just plug it in the number. So you got one of 2 ways. You can plug it in. So if I plug in a 1, I'm going to have negative 7 equals 8 minus 5 times negative 1. And let's see, I would get negative 5 times negative 1. I'm going to get negative 7 equals 8. And then negative times negative is a positive. 5 times 1 is 5. So plus 5. And then I get negative 7 equals, once 8 plus 5, it's 13. Is that a true statement? No, it's not. So negative 1 is not a solution. Another way I could go about this, and I could test all the points. That's fine. If that's easier for you, do it. For me, I just want to solve for y. So I'm going to have negative 7 equals 8 minus 5y. And I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. Minus 8. Negative 7 minus 8. Remember, I'm negative getting more negative, so that's negative 15. Or I have $7 on a credit card, spend 8 more, I have a total of 15 on the credit card. Credit card's negative, right? Equals negative 5y. Divide both sides by negative 5. And negative divided by a negative is positive. 15 divided by 5 is 3, so I get 3 equals y. So if 3 equals y, I look over here. 10 doesn't work. Nope. Negative 9 doesn't work. And 6 doesn't work. None of those are the correct solutions. You see how I was able to do it just once? So I think this way is easier because it's shorter. But if it works better for you to plug in the number, feel free to do that as well. Awesome. So let's go back up here to number 6. Solve for x. Okay. All right. Plus 4. Plus 4. Boom. I get 12 equals x over 4. Multiply both sides by 4, right? Again, that can be over 1 if that helps you with spacing. 4 times 12 is 48. I get that x equals 48. By the way, you can always check this by plugging it back in, right? So if I plug it back in and did a check, I'd say 8 equals 48 over 4 minus 4. What's 48 divided by 4? Well, 4 goes in there once. 4 goes into 4 once. Goes into 8 twice. 8 equals, and then what's 12 minus 4? That's 8. Boom. That's true. So that's a check, right? You don't have to do that, but it's something you can do. Let's keep rolling. I choose the left side, so I'm going to go plus 12w can't see that. I choose the left side, so I'm going to go plus 12w, plus 12w. And if I'm moving the w's over here, guys, then I have to move this negative 6, this positive 6. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides at the same time. Negative 5 plus 12w is the same as 12w minus 5w. Okay, 12 minus 5 is 7, so I'm going to have positive 7w. That's gone, equals, that's gone. 62 minus 6 is 56. Divide both sides by 7. I know 7 times 8 is 56, so I get w equals 8. Last but not least, on this page anyway, we got to distribute first. Boom, distribute. Everybody say distribute. We're going to end up with 4y minus 20 minus 8y equals negative 4. Can I combine any like terms? Absolutely, 4y. And I've got minus 8y right here. And that's going to end up giving me what? Negative 4y minus 20 equals negative 4. Add that 20 to both sides. 4y. It's gone equals positive 16. Divide both sides by negative 4. And I get that y equals positive divided by negative is negative. And that's negative 4. Oh. That's page 1. This is good math, man. Okay, let's look up here. Problem's a lot like the last. Got to double distribute though. All right, negative 4 times negative 5, or times positive 5x is negative 20x. Negative 4 times a negative 3 is positive 12, and then plus 4x equals 2 times x is 2x, and 2 times 9 is 18. So now, let's combine like terms. I'm going to go ahead and go, all right, negative 20x plus 4x, so I'm going to have negative 16x plus 12 equals 2x plus 18. Now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and move the 16x over. Positive 16x, positive 16x. I like to keep it positive. And because of that, I got to subtract 18. What do I get? Well, I can't avoid negatives all the way. I'm going to get negative 6 here equals 2x plus 18, or plus 16x is 18x. And when I divide both sides by 18, see, 6 goes into 18 3 times. It goes into 6 1 time. So I end up with x equals negative 1/3. Look at that. Okay. Let's talk about this bad boy right here. I like problem 10. Don't judge me, this isn't coffee. If you see me chew a little bit afterwards, this is actually cheddar broccoli soup. Bear Creek, it's delicious. All right, for each equation, choose a statement that describes the solution. If applicable, give the solution. Okay, I'm just going to solve this. So again, I'm going to distribute it, and I'm going to write it to the left. Because I got 2 of these equations, I'm going to write one to the right, one to the left. So let's see, that's going to be 10 minus 5w, and then a minus w, should equal, now let's distribute this one, 2w plus 2. Okay, so combine these, negative getting more negative, so that's 10 minus 6w equals 2w plus 2. Again, I'm going to add 6w to both sides to keep those w's positive, and then I have to subtract this 2, right? And I get 8, that's gone, equals 8w, that's gone. Well, this is nice. Divide by 8, divide by 8. I get 1 equals w, which means we're going to choose this one, and w equals 1. Right? All right. Let's go ahead and do this one down here. Looks a little bit trickier possibly, but not too bad. So negative 3 times x is negative 3x. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 7x equals, and then 4 times x is 4x times the 1. Remember, distribute, Junior. Plus 4 minus 7. Okay, let's combine like terms. I'm going to have negative 3x and 7x make 4x, and then leave the minus 3 equals, then I have 4x, and 4 minus 7 is minus 3. Those match. That's called identity, or identity, or we can say infinite solutions, or we can say all real numbers. Boom. Look at that. And there's the work to back it up. Okay, let's go down to 11. Now, you may have worked this out and tackled it in different order because I kind of mixed things together to get them on one page, but there we go. Absolute value. First thing with absolute value, I know I told you to treat the 2u like, or the absolute value signs like parentheses, and don't forget, absolute value makes everything positive. So it just makes positive. If it's already positive, it stays positive. If it's negative, it becomes positive. Although we do treat them like parentheses, first we got to get rid of everything on the outside. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. Just like a 3 next to a parenthesis would be multiply, 3 next to absolute value sign is multiply. Divide the side by 3, and I get the absolute value of 2u equals 10. Now remember, ultimately this is a single number, the absolute value of which is going to be 10. There's 2 numbers that would give me that. I could take the absolute value of 10. That would equal 10. Absolute value of 10 equals 10. Absolute value of negative 10 equals 10. So I've got to solve for 2 equations here. Let's check this out. I'm going to have 2u equals 10 and 2u equals negative 10. Remember that? Okay, so I got to divide by 2, and I'm going to do this twice. And what do I get? U can equal 5. Boom, that's one answer. Or u equals negative 5. Boom, that's another answer. Absolute value, let's not forget it. Okay, let's go up here. Almost the same deal, right? I got to divide both sides by 3 before I start. Divide by 3, and I get the absolute value of 2u minus 7 equals, see, 3 goes into 5, 1 leaves 2 and a 1, 21 7 times. So that's going to be 7. So, I know that this equals 17, and it's going to be the positive and negative of that. So I have 2u minus 7 equals 17, or 2u minus 7 equals negative 17. Add 7 to both sides, and I'm going to do this twice because it's the same process. 2u, that's gone, equals 17 plus 7 is 24. Over here, 2u, that's gone, equals negative 17 plus 7, so I'm becoming less negative. I owe $17 on a credit card, I pay 7 off, how much do I still owe? I still have negative 10 on the credit card, right? Now I'm going to divide both sides by 2. Again, same process. Get u equals 12. Boom, it's first answer. U equals negative 5. Whoa, wildly different answers. We can always check it, right? What's 2 times negative 5? That's negative 10. Negative 10 minus 7 is negative 17. 3, absolute value of negative 17 is positive 17. 3 times that is 51. Works for the negative 5. How about 12? 2 times 12 is 24. 24 minus 7 is 17. Absolute value of 17 is still 17. Times 3 is 51. Look, it works. Feel free to work that on paper if you're not sure. And now let's talk about proportions. What? Cross multiply. I'm going to do 5v equals 4 times 8 is 32. Divide both sides by 5. And I get that v equals, see, 6.4. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. Well, it cuts off the tenth, so we're good there. Same deal for right here. Let's go. I'm going to write it down first. Negative 9 times x plus 2, right? We've got to distribute that, equals negative 15 times x. When I distribute that, I get negative 9x minus 18 equals negative 15x. I'm going to add that 15x to both sides. And then add 18 to both sides. I guess I could have done it the other way, but this is fine for me. 15x minus 9x is 6x equals, that's gone, 18. Divide both sides by 6, and x equals 3. I had to fix that 6. I could hear somebody out there going, that's a 0. All right, that's the test. Crush it. With that said, peace out.